right. So, who would you be if you gave up being needed? This question is a biggie, because this question is part of the system I use to help people actually heal from their codependency and heal from the narcissistic abuse. And it's one of the magic components of the whole thing. And I use it in order to get us to ask a question, right? To get us to investigate a different point of view of ourselves and of the situation. Because a lot of times with emotional abuse, with trauma, with neglect, we are conditioned to believe that it's part of us. We identify with being that thing. That identification with being that thing, like shame or insecurity or needy or needing to be needed or unlovable, really shapes how we behave. It shapes what we accomplish. It limits what we see as possible. It limits the love we're willing to receive. It attracts us to unhealthy people. It attracts them to us. It gets us in trouble, basically. And so what we've got to do is get really honest about what we're attached to and then start exploring who we are beyond it. And that's really, really important. I ask this question frequently in the community, and it is a built-in component of the heal process. It's part of what makes codependence to confidence successful. At a 92% success rate, people who go through that course actually achieve healing at 92%. It's much better rates than most therapy, and they usually, on average, the students going through Codependency to Confidence experience relief and change from shame to love, things like that, within a matter of 4 weeks currently. That's pretty tremendous, especially since most of them have been in therapy for decades. So if you want to stop going through therapy, you want to stop coping, join Codependency to Confidence. All right, so let's get to this thing. So who would you be if you gave up being needed? This is it's such an important question to ask, and it's something to explore, because when I asked it in the community, I got some interesting answers that prompted this video, okay? So first one was peace. So that individual is discovering the reality that, hey, I find peace here. Now you can follow that peace. Follow it. Discover more about who you are by being as peace. You know, who am I as a peaceful person? That kind of thing. Another one is they'd be an artist or they'd be an archaeologist. Boom. That's cool. So you can see yourself doing different things. See, who we are beyond codependency, beyond narcissistic abuse, beyond trauma is already within us. It's not something we actually have to figure out or analyze. It's something we need to listen to. And the easiest way to listen is to ask a question and then open up and receive what shows up. Another one is free not to care about lots of stuff. Boom. But then there's these answers that start showing up that really enlighten us to why we don't heal from codependency and why standard therapeutic models fail us and why the heal process actually works and why I get the success I do with my students and clients. First one is I didn't feel like my kids needed me in some way, so I wouldn't deal with life at all. See, when we start giving up these things we've really identified with, we tend to find an emptiness. Another comment was, I'd feel like there was nothing left. Why would I exist? I don't have much of a life without this. This is a gold mine of opportunity and potential, okay? This is where we start discovering who we are without the codependency, without being needed, who we are in a free state, in an open state. Very, very important. If we're to actually heal and thrive beyond codependency, we've got to discover who we are. And what we do when we find these places of emptiness or not knowing or feeling unwanted, we move beyond that. Who am I in this new space? What's in this unknown space? What's it like here? because we're exploring a part of ourselves we don't have much contact with. So we've got to give ourselves a chance to connect and explore it, feel it out, kind of sit in that energy and let ourselves get attuned to it. It's much like walking into a dark room after coming out of a blazing white light, right? You got to let your eyes adjust and kind of tune into the energy of the space and give yourself a chance to get acclimated. So when you're exploring who you are beyond codependency, beyond a trauma, beyond some sort of belief or conclusion you have about yourself, this is what you do. You lean into that space, you lean into that unknown, and you ask yourself, well, what's here for me? Who would I want to be in this space? What am I sensing here? I like the word sensing, not or perceiving is another good word, but what are we detecting, right? What are we coming into tune with? Some people, like one person, unwanted is what she tuned into. So if you gave up the conclusion that you would be unwanted, who would you be then? What shows up from there? This is how we start to discover who we are after codependency or after trauma or after believing we're insecure or that we're unlovable or that we're a burden. This is how we break free of the old identities that have kept us trapped. Okay? So who would you be if you gave up being needed? When I think about that question, I have a kind of a mix of things actually, because I've done this one for a little while, but it's more like I'd be confident, I'd be at peace, I'd rest. I'd also have a little anxiety about what people would think of me. And who would I be if I gave up that anxiety? Who would I be if I accepted that I didn't need to worry about what people thought of me? And there's a lot of positive energy that comes from that, because it's suddenly like, I'll just be me. I'll just do me. See, this is how we move beyond it. This is one of the secrets I teach in Codependence to Confidence. This is how I get my clients get the results they get, which persistently is 92% of success. 92% achieve love and peace and joy within 4 to 8 weeks of starting Codependence to Confidence. So if you're ready to heal, you're ready to take your life back, you're ready to have happiness, you're tired of coping, if you're ready to stop coping and stop trying to fix things and stop trying to heal all the time and stop trying to survive, stop going through the therapy loop over and over or trying to figure it out, and you want real tools and real process that create real results, then you need to join Codependency to Confidence. You can do that by going to enroll.freetheself.com, sign up, jump in, join us, and change your life. But for today, I invite you to join us in that and also explore this question of who you would be if you gave up being needed. Okay, guys? This is how we really get some magic in our healing, because when we give up identifying with things, we can discover who we really are. That's the trick. Okay? Thank you guys for showing up for today's early episodes. I'm going to probably be doing them earlier in a day like this. This really works well for me. And so comment below. Let me know what you thought. Share this video with others. Guys, get this word out. Let people know that there's hope. Especially if this is benefiting you, share it or tag people in it. Invite them to watch. Let's get this out there so people can break free too, right? So thank you guys again. I appreciate you, and remember that you're worth knowing, loving, and keeping. And I'll see you guys in the next training. Bye-bye.